What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Today's video is dedicated to the late Jared Anthony Higgins, otherwise known as Juice WRLD. Let's get started in the center of our page with the eyes. So we'll move over to the left side and draw a circle, starting from the very top. Just gonna work our way around to the bottom, and then back up towards the top. Now we're gonna leave a gap in the center and draw the same thing on the right. So let's line at the top of the circle, curve all the way down towards the same height we have on the left, and then back up towards the top. Let's add a small highlight along the top left of each eye. So on the left side, curve around, and then back out. And we'll line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now let's fill the inside areas of the eye in black. Now we're just going to add the outside edge of the eyelid. Starting from the very top of the eye, we're going to curve out, round out the side, and then just hook that back in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the top of the eye, curve out, around, and then just pull that in. And then we'll add a small fold on the inside edge of the eye. So stepping in, we'll curve down and then out on both sides. And from the eyes, we're going to move to the center and draw the nose. Let's start with the bottom edge first. Over on the left, we're going to curve down and then up. And we'll step up and draw a short curve in the opposite direction for the bridge of the nose. Now we're going to step down and draw in the mouth. Over on the left side, we're going to curve up and then back down on the right side. Let's draw in the upper lip. Going back to the left, we're going to curve up a little bit higher in the middle and then back down on the right side. And then we're going to step down and draw another curve in the opposite direction for the bottom lip. So we leave a gap in the corner of the mouth, step in, curve down, and then up. Now let's add the mustache. In the center, we draw two straight lines coming down from the nose towards the top of the lip. And then from the left line at the very top, we're going to curve out and then down towards the corner of the mouth. We'll do the same thing on the right, curving out and then down. Now I'm going to fill the mustache in black. Let's move to the side and draw the lower half of the head. From the left eye, we're going to step out. Start out here, we're going to curve down. Almost like drawing a large half circle. Go underneath the mouth. And we'll pull that up on the right side. And then we're going to add the goatee in the center of the chin. Starting over on the left, just going to curve up and then down. And then we'll fill that in black. Now we're going to move up and draw the hair coming down over the forehead. In the center, we'll move up to the top. We're going to start with a point. From this point, we're going to curve out and then down towards the left. We're going to round out the hair and go back up. Now let's trace this curve going all the way back up towards the top. Let's layer another one in behind. So from the top, we'll step down, curve out and down towards the eye. We'll round out the bottom and then go back up. And again, we're just going to trace this out, going all the way back up. Let's add another one coming down towards the side of the head. We'll step down, curve around the eye, and then down. It's going to round out the bottom, coming down towards the bottom of the face, and then back up. And we're going to trace that back up towards the top. Now we're going to draw in the right side. Starting from the top in the center, curve down and over towards the right eye, round out the bottom. I'm just going to trace that back up towards the top. From the top, we're going to step down, curve out, and then down towards the right eye, round it out, and then again, we're going to trace that all the way back up towards the top. And then we'll add another one coming down towards the right side. So we're going to pull this down towards the side of the head, round out the bottom in towards that line, and then we'll trace that back up towards the top. Now we're going to start to layer the hair around the side of the head. So on the left side, we're going to step out, curve down and up. And again, we're going to trace that curve going all the way around towards the inside. Let's do another one on the right side. We're going to step up, curve around, Go up, and we're just going to pull that in. Now before we go any further, I'm going to tuck the ears underneath the hair towards the side of the head. So start underneath the hair on the left, go down, and then pull that in. We'll line up the bottom on the right side, curve out, and then up. And then we'll add the eyebrows in behind the hair. Above the left eye on the outside, curve up, in behind the hair, and then come down on the inside. Line this up on the right, and do the same thing, curving up, and then down. I just want to thicken the eyebrows up. Starting from the outside, we're going to taper this up so it gets thicker at the top, and curve it down on the inside. And we'll fill the eyebrows in black. Now we're going to move up and round out the side of the head. In line with the ear on the left, we'll step up, we'll curve up, and then just bend that in. Do the same thing on the right. Starting up here, curving up, and then bending that in. And then from the side of the head, we'll curve out. I'm just going to pull this all the way down towards the bottom. Do the same thing on the right. Starting from the side of the head, curving out, and then down. We'll round out the bottom. I'm just going to pull that back up, and then in, up to about there. Let's do the same thing on the right. Rounding out the bottom, we'll go up, and we're going to bend that in. Let's go back to the left side. Right out here, we're going to curve out, and then up, round this out, come up to the top, and we're just going to bend that in. Do the same thing on the right. Starting out here, rounding up the end, curving up, and then bending that down on the inside. And we'll go to the top of the curve, round this out, curve in, and then down. Line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now halfway along this curve, do another one, curving around, then in. I'm just going to pull this across, and then down in the center. And then from the center, we're going to go up a little bit higher on the right side. So we'll go up, and then bend that out. Let's round up the end. I'm just going to pull that in, and then down. And then from the bottom, we'll step up. We're going to curve up, and then out. Round this out. Now we're just going to tuck that in behind this strand. Going in, and then tucking that down. And now we're going to go in and separate out the tips of the hair. From the center, we'll step down, curve up, and then down on the left, and then the right. We'll go out to the sides, separate out those tips, and then we'll move out again and draw that same curve. Now on the outside, we're going to step down, draw another curve going across. Separate out the ones on the outside, that same curve. And then go up. Now we're going to change the direction of the curve along the top hairs. Starting at the top, curve out and then down. Do the same thing on the inside. Then along the top. And then the bottom. Now let's move down and draw on the body. We're going to start with the inside edge of the vest, leaving a gap in the center. Draw two straight lines. One on the left, and then one on the right. Now we're going to add the large collar. Over on the left side, we'll curve out and then up. Just follow the same curve of the head on both sides. And we'll angle up and in behind the head. And from the inside of the collar, we're going to step out, curve out, and then down towards the hips on both sides. I'm going to connect the outside to the inside with a curve, coming down and in. Do the same thing on the right. Let's add two seams on either side of the vest. Starting from the top on the left, curve down and in. Line this up on the right, and do the same thing. Now we'll step down and draw one more curve. Let's add a chain in between the vest. Over on the left side, underneath the chin, we'll curve down, then up. step down, and just trace that same curve. From the inside corners of the vest, we're going to step up and draw a short curve, coming down and then up. Now step down in the center and draw a curve from left to right, going up and then down for the lower torso. Leaving a gap in the center, go to the left side, curve out and down towards the left heel, then out and down towards the right heel. And then we'll round out the bottom of the feet. Starting from the heel, I'm going to curve down and then up towards the toe on both sides. Now back on the left side, we're going to draw a curve going up towards the top of the foot, aiming down towards the heel. So we're not going to go all the way. We're going to stop right about there. We'll do the same thing on the right. And let's go back up to the hip and draw on the side of the leg. Start from the corner of the vest, we'll step in, curve out, round out the leg, and then pull that in on top of the foot. Now we're going to go back down and thicken up the sole. Taking this curve, we'll step up and just trace that across. And then from the inside of the foot, we're going to step up, draw a straight line going across towards the inside of the leg, and same thing on the right. Now I'm going to go back up and add the pockets. Underneath the vest on the left, I'm going to curve down and out, and do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to go back up and draw on the arms. Starting halfway down the side of the body, right here we're going to curve out and down towards the wrist. Line this up on the right and do the same thing. Now we're going to round out the thumb. From the wrist we're going to curve in and then out with a small half circle, and at the end of the thumb we'll add a bracket. Let's do the same thing on the right, curving in and then out, and we'll add the bracket. Now we're going to add 3 fingers on either side. Starting from the bottom of the thumb, we'll curve down and then up, step down, curve down and up the second finger. Now the third finger we're going to curve out, round out the arm, and we're going to pull this up and in behind the collar. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the bottom of the thumb, add in the second finger, and then the third finger we're going to go all the way around, curve up and in behind the collar. And there we have it. There's our tribute drawing of Juice WRLD. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and if you did, head on down and leave a like for the juice. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.